Welcome to the Women's Podcast Industry Network podcast, or the WPIN podcast.
I want people to take a moment to see the women in leadership in podcasting in Africa. For Africa, it's very exciting for me to see that a lot of the people who are leading these spaces are women.
A place where we have a global conversation with women around the world as it relates to the podcast industry.
There are too few women podcasters. Women listen to a lot of podcasts. We make up like half the podcast audience in the world. Yet, from the last figures, 30% of us create podcasts.
I'm Christina Barsi, but everyone knows me as just Barsi. And I'm the founder and CEO of Avant House Media and Boss Goddess, a strategic content marketing agency specializing in podcasting. And I'm also the creator of the Women's Podcast Industry Network that took form in February of 2024 in an attempt to bring women around the world who work and create in the podcast industry together. So much has changed in podcasting since I got started 12 years ago in the spring of 2013, especially when it comes to the involvement of women. As women get more and more involved around the world, we are folding ourselves into the fabric of technology and media history. But there is still much to talk about and much left to be desired when it comes to diversity and women's voices and leadership within the space. So let's talk about it. In this first mini-series, I ask 3 women who live in 3 different countries 3 questions. And what you'll hear is exactly what they said, unedited.
Such few female-owned companies within the audio landscape, and I just really hope to encourage more women to enter the space.
This is the Women's Podcast Industry Network podcast.